What's the good word, everybody? This is Falcons Daily. I am Craig Green, CG, your host of the show. And we're on location right now, not in the normal studio setting, but wanted to make sure that we got a chance to chop it up with all of our Falcons family out here today and talk some Falcons football. First thing that is, first and foremost on my mind right now is the wide receiver position and the condition of our pass catchers. We did see Drake London leave the ball game on Sunday with a shoulder injury. Conflicting reports whether it was an AC shoulder or a joint sprain or a strain. But again, either way, it appears that Raheem Morris, Falcons head coach, expects Drake to play on Sunday. That's a big sign of relief, but he is going to be playing hurt. So we'll see if he's on some kind of pitch count, anything like that. Darnell Mooney, same thing. He practiced in a limited fashion all last week, but was ruled out during pregame warmups. He did not suit up at all last week and should hopefully be good to go. But if he's not, that's another ball game right then and there. Also, Mooney's immediate backup, Casey Washington, is now in concussion protocol. He has a concussion, has the symptoms, and he did not practice at all on Wednesday, so that is not a good sign for the Falcons. So when it comes to their wide receiver depth, which is now taking somewhat of a hit, their wide receiver room's a little banged up. Do you want to look at the practice squad, bring guys like Dylan Drummond or Nick Nash along, or do you want to look more towards free agency and see who can help you there? I still say the best option free agent wise would be, and again, it's not so much for the dollars of it, but just in terms of production, would be a Gabe Davis. He's still on the practice squad from what I understand. He's still on the Buffalo Bills practice squad, which means you can sign him to your 53-man roster if the need arises for such a thing. But outside of that, I mean, you got guys like Brandon Powell, former Falcon, special teamer, who's out there that can play wide receiver for you. Looks like even Allen Robinson is out there. I believe the Falcons tried him out a year or two ago. Jordan Matthews is also available. Lil Jordan Humphrey. Now that can be, if Humphrey's available, that's a sneaky. That's a sneaky one right there again, because Humphrey would know. He'd have familiarity with the Falcons based on his time with the Saints with Terry Fontenot. So we'll see how the Falcons decide to go about it, but only thing we can hope for is better health and that our guys get back on the field very, very soon. Next on our mind, we are speaking Russian, not the language, but we're talking about pass rush. Saw some statistics talking about the Falcons and their win rate when it comes to rushing the quarterback, and all that is fine and dandy. But the Falcons, all they mustered was one sack on the day, just one sack on Sunday against the Buccaneers. I don't care about the pressure rate at all. I don't give a darn whatsoever. What I want to see is the quarterback being put on the ground. That's what is going to help win you ball games. Not putting pressure around him and muddying the waters before he completes a 3rd down and 15 on you like we've seen so many times over the years. But what I think really matters is getting the quarterback on the ground. The Falcons, for context and the numbers that they're looking at here in terms of team win rates, the Falcons were 12th in pass rush win rate at a rate of 40%. Run stopping win rate 31%, so nowhere near as good. But what they need again is to actually get home and bring the quarterback to the ground. That's what's going to help them. Not saying, well, we got around them and we made it chaotic and yada yada yada. No, bring him to the ground with the football in his hands and make him fumble it. That'd even be better. But we need sacks. We don't need pressure. We need sacks. And again, statistically, we are the worst team in the NFL at sacks over the last 8 seasons. So we must be able to rush the passer, especially against a young guy like J.J. McCarthy next week. But again, the pressure sounds good, and it makes you feel like you're doing something right, amongst what the film is telling you. But I think your best bet, if you're a Falcons fan, is concentrating on the sack number, and seeing if they get home. I mean, look at it a little bit, but just getting him to the ground. We're kind of keeping it black and white. Did he bring him to the ground or did he not? Did he escape or did he not? But that's what the Falcons need. We need someone who is a hard line defensive line coach or just a hard line coach, whatever position they may coach, and again, emphasize sacks because again, pressure is great, but the sacks are even better if you ask me. After what happened on Sunday, questions remain about several key aspects of the team, the wide receivers, the kicking game, and also pass defense as well. Looking at the safeties specifically, do we still have room on our roster anywhere for someone like Shiloh Sanders, or maybe even someone like an Asante Samuel Jr.? Both players have pops in the NFL, players who played here in Atlanta. And so that would be one interesting dynamic to it. But I think the other interesting dynamic is the skill sets of both guys. I mean, Asante Samuel definitely, again, known, the son of Mr. Pick Six, Asante Samuel Sr., of course, and Shiloh, who plays safety he played safety at Colorado, was signed as a safety by the Buccaneers. Again, I've seen him jump routes at Colorado and look quite impressive doing it. So, I think those are the two best options when it comes to the Falcons looking to beef up their DB room. Last topic for today, we were talking about the win rates and all of that stuff. And one thing we did see was that James Pierce Jr., in terms of the rookies, in terms of quarterback pressures, he is tops on the list. That goes right along with that pass rush win rate for the Falcons. But what's going to happen is that James has been, again, muddying the waters and making things a little uncomfortable, but now it's time to actually get home and bring the quarterback down. Only one sack on the day yesterday, and that was on Sunday, that is. It was split between Billy Bowman and Divine Diablo. So, got to see more out of Jalen Walker, got to see more out of Pierce. Again, Pierce is quietly had a really good game on Sunday, and he's just going about his business. So who knows? Will Jalen Walker be the guy that we consider a bust, and will James Pierce be the one who was the smart draft pick to take at the time? Only time will tell. But good on James to be up there in the pressure number. But now it's about bringing the quarterback to the ground and sacking him with the football, maybe raking it out, forcing a fumble too. But that's what the Falcons need. We need more turnovers. We need better third down production. We need better short yardage production. And I think we will like what we see at the end of the season. So again, folks, please, please, please continue to rise up in the comments. Let me know how you feel, whether you agree with some of my takes, whether you don't agree, whether you're somewhere in the middle. All good, baby. It's all about Falcons football, and that's all we're going to keep it about. All right, follow me on social media, Craig G Sports. We're at CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. Fan arch in the top left corner, FANARCHCO. We will see you tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. Sayonara and buenos noches.